Crustasea, a fabulous coastal nation located on the only continent that we know of in the Microverse. Hobiru, a lush tropical continent with stable weather year-round. There are a variety of sovereign countries that reside within this continent. Some you may have seen before, some you may have not. And the first and oldest country is Kukuru Mountain, home to the elusive assassin Illumi. Situated to the south of Kukuru Mountain is the nation of Crustasea. These are the local flora that can be found within the borders of this great nation. I hope you're ready for some Latin names because here they come. Ficus pumila, or creeping fig. Ficus pumila variegated, or the variegated creeping fig. Peperomia prostrata, which I like to call turtles or spring of turtles. Syngonium Podophyllum pink. Mini Dieffenbachia variegated. Mini Parlor palm. And the Cryptanthus Bromeliad. The Bromeliad is the star of the show. Lame. Variegated brake ferns. Evergemiensis. Evergemiensis. And a mini Boston fern. And last but not least, the mosses, which includes pincushion moss, hypnum moss, string moss, and badge moss. Now, for the aquatic flora, we have a mini sword plant, Java moss, pearl moss, Christmas moss, and Siswassertong. I have problems with certain names of things. Siswassertong. Founded around August of 2022, the first settlers of this nation were shrimp of red cherry. Those of the red cherry were cultured, wise, and above all else, fabulous dancers. And as is the traditions of their people,
the crustaceans demand the rivers.
Roots ate the aqua earth. Leaves formed anew. Moss crept into the very foundation of the nation. And rumors spread among those of the red cherry. Faint whispers of a long-forgotten darkness. Vampires of the panda crabs. And while they may seem shy, they are nothing of the sort. Their coming marks the official founding of the nation and the beginning of the Second Age. After eating their fill of moss and detritus, almost overnight, they vanished. 4 years passed, and the shrimp of red cherry resumed the dance of their people. Those of the red cherry flourished. Generations came and went without knowing the oppressive rule of the dark overlords. One morning, lo and behold, an overlord had surfaced. But alas, this overlord was not moving an assassination attempt. And for 4 years after, no one had heard from the remaining overlords. It was at this time the shrimp of red cherry heard of a wanderer traveling these parts. A tetra of Grenion, swift, peaceful life forms that have a strong sense of community. This one hails from the kingdom of Aquaria, a mysterious yet vibrant underwater kingdom on the farther side of the Microverse. Kyle, as he came to be called, was exiled due to a very rare skin disease called ick, and icky it was.
Wake up, Kyle.
The shrimp of red cherry were fabulous dancers, passing dances down from generation to generation.
Let's dance, Kyle.
But Kyle was not in a dancey mood. After a while, the waters took him, and he began to dance. And as he danced, the waters of Crustacea granted him +10 recovery and +10 rejuvenation. As soon as Kyle left, the ginormous life form tore apart the nation, mainly for aesthetic purposes. The life form was also curious as to the fate of the overlords of this beautiful country. During one of the assassination attempts, the 2 remaining overlords fell into the Well of Summer. Upon their return, they demanded an embassy be created. The ambassador can then assume temporary responsibility in the event that a second Well of Summer incident were to happen. All the shrimp of red cherry went to establish the embassy. When the Aquarians heard that the crustaceans were establishing an embassy, they thought to repay their act of kindness, exporting local flora to the embassy, as the embassy was primarily an aquatic environment. The Aquarians then sent some more aquatic flora to the nation of Crustacea itself, as a peace offering to the great panda crab overlords. To establish and maintain a mutually beneficial relationship, the Aquarians sent a delegation, Shrimp of Blue Dreams. Shortly after the Shrimp of Blue Dreams acclimated, they awoke one morning to signs of a struggle. 2 limbs torn clean off. Another assassination attempt. The assassination was indeed successful. That night, the one remaining overlord was aglow with victory. Not too long after the overlord's victory, new overlords, Toads of the Fire Belly. Despite the name they have taken, they are in fact frogs and not toads. The new amphibian overlords were quicker, but regrettably they both share a singular brain cell. Their philosophy is simple. Whenever movement occurs, they open their mouth and jump towards the general vicinity of the movement. And as they jump, they hope that the movement is an edible thing. Archie, are you the terrarium supervisor? Yeah?